It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game.
We can hardly wait for the start of this one.
And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Anders Carlson has his teed up, ready to get started. And off we go from Tampa. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 43, here's second down and 8. And they'll send the tight end in motion. And Mayfield just getting the play off. And this is caught by Evans. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
To throw, Mayfield. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. Down to the 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Anders Carlson now for the point after. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll start on the ground with Irving. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
In motion left, Godwin. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Baker going to give it to Irving. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Here's Mayfield. That's complete to White. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Third and 8. Mayfield now from the 50. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
In motion, the tight end. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Looking middle, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. From the 23, here's 2nd down at 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
A run up the middle with Irving. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bucs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see, great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Fields. And he'll find Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Here's Fields. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and a couple. They'll go again with Hall. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To throw is Fields. That is caught. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. He completes it to Wilson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Fields. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall from 13 yards out. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Carlson on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Mayfield down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Mayfield to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Third and 5. Mayfield. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Fields now to throw. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Back to throw. Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now Fields. Slant pass. He's got Reynolds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Logan Hall fighting through and dropping him for the sack. But they tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Hall want to give up the middle. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun, here's Fields. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
3rd and 3. The slot man in motion right. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Now Mayfield. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Fields. And his throw is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a 2nd and 2. From the 50, here's Fields. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run with Hall. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time as we have now reached the end of the 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
His throw incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Back to throw. Fields. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Ball again on 2nd down. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Fields. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard from 8 yards out. And the Jets have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Now Carlson for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And a good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays, that will be the key to this drive.
To throw, Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Throwing, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And again, it's Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Here's second down. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Mayfield. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. They'll try it now with Irving. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
This is 3rd and goal. Mayfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with an even 30 seconds to go, everything will come down to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Hall. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll run again. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Baker. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here comes second down. Mayfield to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One last shot from Mayfield here. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Tampa.